Hey y'all, welcome back to my kitchen. As you know that I'm really big on starting to learn how to can. So for my first experiment on canning, God willing, I'm gonna be canning some balsamic chicken. These are boneless, skinless chicken thighs that I had marinated overnight. Me and my girl, me and Ileana, and I put them in Ziploc bags just to make sure that it doesn't spill out and all that stuff and stay nice and cold. So I'm going to be cold packing, raw cold packing, which means I'm not going to cook these. They're cold. My jars have been sterilized. They been sterilized for 15 minutes upside down now, just to dry out a little bit. The things that I'm going to need is this. That's going to help me put the food inside the jars like so I can keep the jars pretty much clean. Then I will also need, coming up soon, I have my lids in warm water. I didn't boil them. I'm just trying to keep them clean and to soften the seal on those. What I used to marinate my chicken was really easy. I did ground mustard, salt, pepper. I used regular salt without iodine because I learned on YouTube that it makes the chicken a little funky. So I don't want to try that. With my first experiment, I want something to be good. And then I used an Italian balsamic vinaigrette. Italian balsamic vinegar to marinate all of this stuff. And I'm going to also need some white distilled vinegar and a napkin to clear my jars. So we're going to get started, and as simple as I can. So I'm just going to put down a napkin, and I'm going to start canning my jars like so. I'm not going to touch my chicken because, the raw food. I'm still getting the hang of eating meat in the first place. Oh, and also I got my Presto 16 quart Presto pressure canner that I got from Walmart on sale. So it was a good find, a great find. It doesn't have all the bells and whistles, but I did do a lot of research, and this is going to be fine for right now as a new beginner. Here we go. So I'm just marinating my chicken. I'm taking the marinated chicken and putting it inside my cans, like so. So I'm going to try to pack these as much as I can. And see how many quarts I'm going to use. Oh, and I'm using 1 quart. These are quart jars because we're a big family and we like to eat. So there's no need for us to try to can in smaller containers. So here I go. All right, I'm going to pack it as good as I can. That's the first one. I'm going to move it to the side and get the next one. So what I'm basically doing is just filling the jars up to the rim, and I need to leave an inch head space. So once I'm done, and in these jars, because this is chicken, I'm not going to really use too much. I'm not going to add any water to it because the chicken, once it start cooking, once it start canning, is going to already produce its own juices. So I just want it as pure as possible. This actually smells pretty good. If I had smell-o-vision, that would be wonderful. So I had put in some Italian seasonings with this as well. Some Italian seasonings. I put in some garlic, some salt, some pepper. That looks full to me. And I'm just moving things over. I think I'm going to do it pretty good. So that's my first bag. And these were, again, marinated overnight. I'm going to take all the little bits because every little bit counts. Haha, pun intended. You know what I'm saying. Alright, so for the next one, I don't want to cause too much drama or too much mess because it's raw. And, you know, the catch is to not catch salmonella and die. Just kidding. But true statement though. I don't want to get sick. This is my first adventure, and it looks really good, to be honest. It smells wonderful, and I'm just trying to pack them in as good as I can. And once I'm done, I'm gonna try to shove as many in there as I can. I'll find a smaller one. These chicken thighs are pretty good. They've been marinating 24 hours overnight, and I want to make sure that I just get them all in, making sure I leave enough head space for myself. So, here we go. All right. Thanks. So I'll be continuing. Ooh, that was a big one. And you can see that it's really juicy. And also I want to make a comment that I'm using the wide mouth jars, and that way once it finishes, I'm going to be able to take out with